Welcome guys. This for the week going into September 10th 2007, after we had a very volatile week with a 250 point drop. Today being Friday, oh my gosh, it was heart-wrenching. Well, that's behind us, so what's ahead of us? I'm hoping that some of my videos are going to be able to help you along as you try and decide for yourself what stocks you should be looking at, what stocks you should buy, and most importantly, when. Okay? All the stocks that have ever been Hall of Famer stocks, that have been gem stocks that went on to make investors a huge amount of money, all have the same DNA makeup just before they start to move. I'm gonna start off with a chart for ABAT, which actually broke out this week after several attempts for almost a month or so. It actually had tried to break out 4 weeks ago but failed, came back to found support at its 10-week moving average, and has since this last week gained more than 25%. And actually, I thought it was a buy if it had, when it moved above 325 after it closed above the prior daily close at 325, and this breakout right here, which came on volume. I told my subscribers I think it looked good. It has since gone to do very well in a week that we saw lots of stocks giving back prior gains. What you're gonna see from this example, I put this up there just mainly to show you what to look for when a stock is breaking out, a good stock that is. Volume should always be good. The RSI, the weekly RSI, should always move above 68. The on-balance volume, which is actually a measure of money flow, should make a new high the same time the stock is breaking out. And the price performance relative to the S&P 500 should also make a new high while the stock is breaking out in terms of price to new never before trade. Okay, now let's take a look at some of the plays that might be good going forward in the next couple of days, weeks, a couple of months. Let's look at BWTR, which we had actually earlier this year we played perfectly. It just got in just under $8 and rode the stock all the way in 4 weeks to just above 18, good for a 60% gain in a month or so. The stock is setting itself very well after it has been basing for the last 2 months or so. While the market has been going lower, we have seen the stock, as the market has trended lower, we have seen the stock trying to inch itself to new highs, and we are waiting for it to break resistance exactly at 1250. That's the prior weekly closing high going back 1 year ago, and that's going to be our entry point. What we can do while we wait for this price to be for the price breakout, we can watch volume, which has been trending high lately very well. We also want to insist that the RSI, our weekly RSI, moves above 68, and we want our on-balance volume, the money flow, to break out and into a new high ground right there. And we also want the performance against the S&P 500 to jump to new highs. If we get all those things aligned, then it's going to be a nice short-term hold, preferably for a couple of days, couple of weeks. And I would give the next price target to be around the $17, $16.50 area, which is a prior all-time weekly closing high. So that would be my intermediate price target should we break out above this point on good volume, always on good volume. Next, it's probably where you bought your last book when you bought something book online. That's Amazon.com, AMZN, and the stock has had a good 2007 with multiple successful breakouts. One here in April, and then one in May, and recently we had another breakout here that has not been as successful, because as the market has been very choppy around here, the stock has been basing, and now even with the current price drop, even in this Friday, we see the stock is still trying to maintain its weekly breakout, and it did close above the the buy point at 84.04, which is a prior weekly closing high and our entry point at this time. What we want to watch for again is we want volume to improve. Remember, we had a short trading week, so volume could be assumed to be above average. We are already seeing that our RSI is already above 68. That's good. We also see that we are making a new high on the unbalanced volume, another good indication. And the performance again is the S&P 500 is at a new high. So Amazon.com is looking pretty. It's sitting, looks like it might be preparing itself for a run if we hold above resistance at 84.04. If we can stay above that with no weekly close, I would say this is going to be a good short-term trade. I would say $100 a couple of weeks or a double in the next couple of months is very likely. Watch out for Amazon. This is Eric Muathe with Muathe.com.